Go around the rise, say. I'm gonna say ta ashti ashti ashwan vibrations, every baka. May your mind, buckets, and souls be old. May your armets be sound. May your buckets be living off ground. When we keep to the breath, the earth, the mother, the sound, the soul of Ra guides and keeps you whole. I am my I say Ra, the ma ed, ella e say el say I. Christ story chaplain tata amen say o ta Ra, the sound Messiah. I, my truth awareness, true talk, can be a part of the greatest transfer of Ma Elf, that's intelligence, Aminology to Angodu. This is sound logic, and with all that being offered to you, being a fool is absolutely your choice to raise Ray 1958. Go to Google, go to Apple, download the Kagadora. This is another Mithorian Kagadora calibration. I should say it's a sound logic calibration, because this is what makes you go do like Ra. Go to almondra.com, get the printed version of the Kagadora. It's important that you get yourself off of the draconian egregor calendar timeline. That's what Gregorian is short for, Gregorian. Okay? We got to know this. All right, so we're decoding the word Jeffrey, the name Jeffrey. We know that name means to negate me. So if you have a name, that means whatever it is to negate you. All right, that's basically what it is. How it works, it's like this. Say your name is sound. For whatever reason, it's sound. I can guarantee you're going to struggle with not being sound. If your name is unsound, you're going to struggle to be sound. It's just the way that it is. Your name is to negate you. No matter what it is, it's going to be opposite of what you are. You're going to be struggling for your calling. Okay, so meaning if you lean more towards your sound calling, okay, your purpose, your genetic purpose, your name is going to pull you away from that. If you go by your name, your genes are going to pull you. This is a dual. Okay, this is why I say I on Ma. I'm a life form of source. I on Matata, Amin Ra, or Ela say El say I. Okay, I don't say name. Okay, now we're going to move to Jeffrey. Okay, I already told you that the J is the hook. Okay, this is the letter that represents the halfling, the Semite, God, the devil, the whole entire construct, the fisherman. Okay, whoever is holding the J, whoever has the hook, is holding the line. Okay, and so the line represents the tether. The line represents the thought field that you are on. Either you're on a plane, a thought plane, or you're on an erect. Okay, it's just that's just it. All right, so we know the J is the hook. Okay, E in this case, we're going to give it entity. Okay, J. So when we speak of that, the entities now become Jehovah, Jesus. Okay, that's what the J is. So we're talking with authority. Okay, so we got that. Now we have the F. Remember, we have two syllables. We have Jeff, and then we have Re. Two sounds. All right, so the F sound is for felled. Okay, so that means Jesus felled. Then we have the R-E-Y. This is what Ra does. It continues. It returns. It recycles. It perpetuates. It's everlasting. That's what Re is. Okay, Ra does re. Okay, so the code for Jeffrey is Feld continuance, falling source. Okay, it's a dam. Okay, if this is running water, this is a dam. Okay, this word right here is a dam. This is God's dam. Okay, this is God damned Jeffrey. Okay, so now when we look at that name, now to test our code, we test it by who's holding this code, who's carrying out. Okay, and so they point to a man that has all this authority. Okay, and they make you believe that he compiled all this authority by way of blackmail. But then, like, how do these people get to that point, right? So everybody's making choices. So it's all bullshit. Like I told you in the last video, what we have to prepare for, is for the mask off. Okay, they're trying to enforce to make it very clear that you're dealing with the devil. Okay, so everything that happens moving forward, all the policies and things like that, it is not for you to complain because you are no longer representing morality and sound. Okay, I already told you that. This is when the Constantine, the Hitler, like, this is when they make you believe that the old cast is being removed off the stage, and now the new people that have come in, they're supposed to be the heroes, they're supposed to get rid of all the bad guys. We're physically looking at the public hanging that's happening right now. Okay? You understand that? So when we look at all that, this validates the word Jeffrey, because that is what's playing out, that type of authority. Okay, and now it's going to set up to work against itself, because now you have everybody coming in, oh, it's immoral, blah, blah, blah. So everybody's saying that that behavior has to stop. Okay, so remember I told you that humanity is in a great position because they were operating under the false authority of Ra. Okay, so all of their scheme is controlled opposition. So it's all set up for them to take themselves out. Okay, and then come back into power. So this is why we need to support me to make sure that we represent Ra. They can represent Draco all they want. That's fine. They're not going to represent Ra. Okay, so the moment they have to be Draco under Draco, then all the energy field that is with Ra deals with them directly. It's not for me and you. What we need to do is we need to be holding sound. So this sound can amplify through us and get them. Okay, I already told you that the Caribbean and Jamaica is where that sound is going to. And those people are the ones who're supposed to voice. Okay, but we could see that these people in the Caribbean, specifically the place they call Jamaica, are under a deep trance, and they're just voicing what Draco wants them to voice. Okay, it doesn't matter about what oil and any stories you want. The whole world is in Jamaica the same way the whole world came to Americas and the Caribbean in the past. It's just to take it over. That's it. Everybody in Jamaica and the Caribbean and all over are there to guard their share, their stake. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, it's all pirates converging in on the bounty. Okay, on the booty. Okay, so don't get anything twisted. Don't get anything mistaken. Now, we did the decode on the island. Let's do a little refresher. You have ISLAND. So we know IS is for I say. And then land is for flat element. Okay, so to basically to go negated. Okay, to do things negated, because you have no fire when you're doing it. Okay, you're laid. You're a layman. Okay, so that means you're flat. Okay, so anything that you add to life is going to be artificial. Okay, so that's going to negate. Okay, so island is the authority, okay, to move without sound. All right, and so it's very important. I believe I explained it in the last code. I'll do it quickly here. It's very important to realize that an island is supposed to have sound authority. And what happened, how islands were created, was because water was never above ground. Okay, water was always below the surface, or I should say mator. Okay, sure, there's water and stuff like that, but it's not like how you see it right now, these vast oceans. Okay, you got to see, like I've explained, this is all done by mining. Okay, and specifically, we got to know that these people that are on what you call islands, all of the soil was removed from around them to allow the water to fill those spaces, to deter them from communicating with each other. So that's how these islands were formed. Okay, so if you believe in Pangea, or whatever you want to call it, another parasite name for a sound place, that everything was one piece of, landmass, or, mostly. Okay, you might have had ponds here and there, but you never had these vast oceans like you want to believe. This is mass mining. So if an ocean is, just say 1,000 meters down, that's 1,000 meters of digging that has been done. Okay, and that has filled back up with water. Okay, I challenge anybody in the fucking galaxy to come test me on anything that I talk about. Everything I talk about is sound. You can't see it to believe it because it's sense. I'm talking sense. Okay? I'm talking sense. You have to have sense to communicate and interact with my form of intelligence. And this is not for people that go by their eyes, because you're going to look for Google, and it's only on Google if I published it, or if they want to rip my information off like they always